Have you ever experienced a moment that changes everything? That single moment when the person who shared your days, your routines, your laughter, the one who knew you in ways no one else could, is suddenly gone. The silence that follows can feel heavier than words can describe, a silence so deep it presses on your chest, on your heart, on your very soul. After 60, losing a spouse is not just an emotional loss, it's a life-altering event. Your daily routines, your sense of security, and even your identity may feel as if they've been uprooted. And in that quiet, many people make choices they later regret, decisions made in the heat of grief that turn what could have been peaceful years into long periods of struggle. Grief is natural. Feeling lost, confused, or desperate to fill the void is human. But the truth is that some actions, though well-intentioned, can quietly destroy mental peace, financial stability, and emotional balance. The key to surviving and even thriving after losing a spouse isn't always about what you do. Often, it's about what you choose not to do. There are actions that can drain you, trap you, or prevent you from rebuilding a meaningful life. Today, we'll explore the 10 critical things you should never do after losing your spouse, and how avoiding them can help you live with peace, dignity, and purpose in the next chapter of your life. 1. Say no to rushing big decisions. In the first months after a loss, emotions are raw, unpredictable, and all-consuming. They sit in the driver's seat, and that makes it the worst possible time to make major life decisions. Many seniors in the midst of grief make irreversible choices. Selling the home they built a life in, donating or giving away possessions, signing legal documents or financial agreements. Later, when the fog of grief lifts, the consequences become painfully clear. Alice, 69, experienced this firsthand. Her husband passed away suddenly, and within a month she sold their home because every corner reminded her of him. A year later, she said, "I miss that house more than anything. It held our memories, our life." Grief makes the present unbearable, but what feels unbearable today may become comforting tomorrow. Practical steps to avoid rash decisions. Give yourself at least 6 months before making irreversible decisions. Write down your thoughts and revisit them after some weeks. Seek advice from trusted friends, family, or professionals. Your spouse would want you to live wisely, not hastily. Every decision should come from clarity, not confusion, peace, not pain. 2. Say no to isolation and self-pity. The quiet moments after losing a spouse can feel unbearable. Waking up alone, eating meals in silence, spending nights in a house full of memories, these moments can stretch endlessly. While grief is natural, isolation slowly becomes poison. Many seniors withdraw from the world, thinking, "No one understands me. I don't want to burden anyone." But shutting yourself off only deepens the pain and traps you in sadness. Frank, 77, shared, "I spent a year barely speaking to anyone. I thought staying sad was honoring my wife. One day, I realized she would want me to keep living." Frank started gardening again, joined a local choir, and found joy in small daily moments. He said, "I feel her presence in every little thing I do." Ways to reconnect and avoid isolation. Join a hobby or social group for seniors. Volunteer in your community. Spend quiet moments with a friend or neighbor who will simply listen. Connection doesn't replace your spouse. It nurtures your spirit, strengthens your heart, and allows healing. Living fully honors their memory far better than disappearing into grief. 3. Say no to financial dependence. After a spouse passes, many seniors begin to rely too heavily on children or relatives for money. It often starts with small things, bills, loans, or minor financial help. Slowly, this can strip away your independence. George, 74, handed over control of his bank account to his son after losing his wife. Months later, he realized he had surrendered control over his life and his dignity. Reclaiming it felt like breathing freely again. Tips to maintain financial independence. Keep accounts, pensions, and insurance in your name. Seek professional guidance if needed for managing finances. Make budgets and daily spending choices yourself. Independence isn't selfish. It's respect for yourself and your life. Your spouse would want you to feel secure, free, and dignified, not reliant on others. 4. Say no to moving in with relatives too soon. After losing a spouse, relatives may suggest, "You shouldn't live alone, come stay with us." While well-intentioned, moving in too soon can compromise freedom, privacy, and peace. Helen, 78, moved in with her daughter immediately after her husband passed. Within a year, she rented a small apartment nearby. She said, "I love my daughter, but I love having my own key. Freedom is priceless." Living independently ensures autonomy over daily life and personal choices, protection of routines, privacy, and personal rhythm, avoidance of minor conflicts turning into chronic stress. Sharing time with family is healthy. Living independently ensures peace, comfort, and dignity. 5. Say no to neglecting your health and routine. Grief affects your body as deeply as your heart. Appetite drops, sleep becomes shallow, energy fades, immune function weakens, muscles lose strength faster than expected. Robert, 81, thought his body no longer mattered after losing his wife. Returning to daily walks, balanced meals, and medical care revealed a profound truth. Caring for myself is the only way to keep part of her love alive. Ways to care for your body after loss. Eat balanced meals, even if simple. Walk, stretch, or exercise lightly every day. Keep medical appointments and organize medications. Rebuild small rituals, morning coffee, journaling, sunrise watching. Self-care is a form of love for yourself and the memory of your spouse. Grief may be permanent, but pain is not the only companion in your remaining years. Within that silence lies an opportunity to rediscover purpose, joy, and peace. 6. Say no to ignoring your emotional healing. Many seniors make the mistake of trying to stay strong or push through their grief. They bury emotions, tell themselves they should feel better, or distract themselves endlessly. But denying emotional healing prolongs suffering. Grief is a journey, not a destination. You cannot control its timing, but you can engage with it consciously. Sophie, 72, shared her experience. "After losing my husband, I threw myself into volunteering, thinking it would heal me. But inside, I was hollow. It wasn't until I allowed myself to cry, write letters to him, and speak about my feelings that I began to feel alive again." Practical ways to nurture emotional healing. Speak openly about your loss with friends, family, or counselors. Keep a journal, expressing memories, fears, and dreams. Participate in grief support groups or online communities. Suppressing grief may seem brave, but healing requires acknowledgement, expression, and compassion for yourself. Emotional recovery is the foundation of every other choice you make. 7. Say no to living without purpose. When a spouse passes, life can feel empty, as if the very meaning has been stripped away. Many seniors drift without goals, without routines, without vision. Purpose is the fuel that keeps the mind sharp, the heart engaged, and the body active. Purpose doesn't have to be monumental. It can be gardening or tending to plants, mentoring young people in your community, learning a new skill or hobby. Henry, 79, found himself lost after his wife passed. He began volunteering at a local library, helping children with reading. Slowly, he said, "I didn't realize how much life was waiting for me until I gave myself to something bigger than my grief." Having purpose reduces depression, strengthens cognitive function, improves overall life satisfaction. Even small acts matter. Making breakfast for a neighbor, teaching a skill to someone younger, or caring for a pet can fill your days with meaning and honor the love you shared. 8. Say no to comparing your life to others. It's easy to look around and see friends or peers who appear to be moving on, remarrying, traveling, or living more actively. But comparing your healing, timeline, or achievements to others is poisonous to your self-esteem and peace. Marjorie, 76, confessed, "I felt like I was failing because I wasn't traveling or joining clubs like my friends. Then I realized I was living my own path at my own pace. Comparing only stole my joy." Strategies to stop comparison. Celebrate small victories, like cooking a meal, walking, or reconnecting with friends. Focus on your journey and your pace of healing. Practice gratitude daily. Write 3 things that made you smile. Your life is yours. The memory of your spouse is yours. Your healing path is unique and valid, and comparing it to others only dims your inner light. 9. Say no to avoiding memories. Some seniors try to erase all traces of their spouse. They avoid photos, gifts, or places that remind them of shared moments. While understandable, this avoidance can block emotional closure and peace. Memories are not prisons, they are treasures. They remind us of the love that shaped us and the life we shared. Catherine, 80, shared, "For months I boxed away every photo. Then one day I opened an album and laughed at our silly vacations. I felt him there, not in pain but in joy. Those memories became my sanctuary, not my sadness." Ways to embrace memories without being trapped. Create a memory space, a shelf, album, or digital photo collection. Revisit memories through storytelling with family or friends. Celebrate anniversaries or special moments in small personal rituals. Memories remind you that love is eternal, even when the person is gone. They are fuel for gratitude, inspiration, and purpose. 10. Say no to neglecting small joys. When grief feels endless, it's easy to forget the little pleasures that make life worth living. But it's the small joys, the morning coffee, a favorite book, a walk in the park, that slowly rebuild happiness. Frankie, 78, explained, "I thought joy was gone forever, but when I allowed myself to enjoy the sunrise again, sip tea slowly, and smile at my neighbors, life returned in fragments." Joy isn't something you wait for, it's something you accept again, day by day. Tips to embrace small joys. Begin each day with a simple pleasure, a walk, music, or tea. Connect with nature, gardening, sunrise, birdwatching. Revisit hobbies that brought you happiness before. These small rituals retrain your mind and heart to see beauty, even in a changed world. 11. Rebuilding social connections. After a spouse passes, social circles often shrink. Friends may drift away, unsure of how to interact, or you may withdraw due to sadness. But connection is crucial for emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Join senior groups, clubs, or community activities. Attend local events, talks, or workshops. Stay in touch with family through calls, letters, or visits. Helen, 82, found a new circle of friends in a local art class. She shared, "I still miss him every day, but these connections give me laughter, support, and companionship. I'm not replacing him, I'm expanding my heart." Connection reminds you that life is still full, vibrant, and shared, even after loss. 12. Rediscovering independence. Grief can make seniors cling to others for comfort, often sacrificing independence. But living fully requires autonomy, freedom, and confidence. Manage your daily schedule your way. Live in a space that is yours. Maintain financial independence and personal decisions. George, 81, moved into a smaller apartment after losing his wife. He said, "Having my own key and my own rhythm reminds me I still live my life, and I honor her by living well." Independence doesn't diminish love. It preserves dignity, peace, and self-respect. 13. Keeping a routine. Routine is often underestimated, but it's vital after loss. Life without structure can accelerate emotional decline and physical weakness. Wake up and sleep at consistent times. Maintain meal schedules. Include exercise or light activity daily. Add small rituals to mark the passage of time. Robert 81 shared, "My mornings felt heavy and empty, but keeping a simple routine, coffee, walk, reading, gave me purpose. Structure doesn't limit you, it supports you. A consistent rhythm anchors you, restores calm, and fosters mental clarity." 14. Transforming loss into legacy. The ultimate lesson after losing a spouse is turning grief into purpose. Love doesn't vanish, it transforms. Share your stories and wisdom with family. Volunteer or mentor to pass on lessons. Create art, write, or record memories to inspire others. This transformation ensures that your spouse's love lives on through your actions, your choices, and your life. Margaret 79 said, "I turned our photo albums into a storybook for my grandchildren. Every page is filled with lessons, laughter, and love. Grief became a bridge, not a cage." 15. Final thoughts. Living smart after loss. Losing a spouse changes everything. The rhythm of your days, the meaning behind routines, even your perception of yourself. But within that change lies an extraordinary opportunity. To live with intention and joy. To protect your emotional and financial well-being. To embrace life's small pleasures. To carry love forward in your actions and choices. Life after loss isn't about forgetting. It's about transforming love into purpose. Every small decision, every morning you wake with gratitude, every connection you nurture, honors the years you shared. Remember, say no to habits, thoughts, and actions that drain you. Say yes to peace, friendship, independence, and daily joy. Carry your spouse's memory with you, not as a burden but as a source of strength, inspiration, and love. You are not leaving them behind. You are moving forward with them in your heart, making choices that honor both your life and your shared love. Closing scene, sunlight streaming through a window, soft instrumental music, visuals of a senior smiling while walking in a garden. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below about one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your life. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us create more content to inform, inspire, and empower seniors around the world. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.